Well, you can't walk 10 feet in Brooklyn without bumping into a so-called creative. They're drawn to this town like moths to a light bulb, and a number of them have been working together to create a new online and print publication called Fashion Fanzine. The titles are great, like "The moment I saw you, I knew you were trouble." Funny, that's what Greg said when we did our first show together, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't know if that's true. All right, but here to tell us all about the very first issue of Fashion Fanzine is its founder and editor-in-chief, and a pretty good hand with a camera too, Gunnar Tufte. Gunnar, thank you very much for being here on BK Live.
Thank you for having me.
So this is a brand new magazine.
Yeah, issue 1.
First questions first. How does Brian get into your Fashion Fanzine magazine?
Just like this. I'm in it. I'm in it now. I cracked the page.
As fashionable as he looks, it's going to be easy, I think.
Been to walking around. Brooklyn's
we're working both London and New York. So it's some here, some London. We also have contributors from Greece, Tokyo, and all over the world.
So much like Brooklyn, it's based here but very international.
Exactly, a mix.
Very cool.
How do you curate and decide what goes into this new magazine?
We wanted to have a kind of creative and edgy feel about it, at the same time as it's high end. So we just choose people that we think will fit with our kind of language, you know.
Greg,
we also want to give a space to new talent. That's very important for us too.
That's amazing, and it translates onto the page. I was going to ask my co-host here just to pick that up just for scale so people can see. Greg is not a diminutive little guy.
No,
this
I
is
have a giant head, a giant body.
Why is your book so big?
We want to present images big, not like on Instagram where you just flick through it. You have to actually sit down and look at it and enjoy it. And you can't go on the train and like open it. You have to like really enjoy it. For the size of it, I think.
Okay, I'm glad that someone was thinking, but you can read it on the train. It's an imposing thing.
Your neighbor will too.
Your neighbor will definitely be looking, because you've got some provocative pictures in there. You got some great takes on fashion. So what's the sort of through line? What's your aesthetic when you guys are getting creative and trying to make this thing?
It's more about bringing a community, I think. So it's we want to open a space for the community, fashion fanzine community, and it's kind of diverse. It's very different stories, and that's an important thing to us, not to be too streamlined.
Right. Okay.
I'm curious about the cover. Are these both issue 1?
Both issue 1.
And 2 different covers, but perhaps the same model?
Same model.
Who's this model?
Mona Matsuka.
Where does Muna come from?
She's from Japan, from Tokyo, but she's half American, half Japanese.
Is she a muse for you in some ways? I mean, how do you know Muna?
This was the first time I worked with her, but she was absolutely amazing, Such an amazing,
I'm just excited that there's 2 different covers, both using Muna. What else will people find inside issue 1?
It's an article about Yasmin Eslami, a French lingerie designer. And then it's a lot of image-based stories, fashion stories, inspirational, how to dress or how to take pieces. And then we have an article about hair. That's from Japan, where they actually have magazines devoted to the
So this is a very impressive book, but there's also an online component. You guys have some very cool videos.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, the online is really important now, obviously, because I mean, print, it's only so many you can reach with it, but online you can reach a much wider base. So we're really focusing on that.
Yeah, we've got a screen here of some of the videos. It's like go behind the scenes. So if one of those model catches your eye, say a Muna perhaps, don't worry.
That's the community part. So anyone can join, and we want to build like a big database of creatives to contribute to the online and printed platform.
Much like the BRIC registry that we have here of artists who are currently on display. You guys are bringing fashion and creatives together in a sort of registry online.
Yeah, we're looking for contributors constantly, and also collaborators, and
And you can actually pull people from that online platform and put them in print in something they can deliver to their mom and say, I'm really making it.
We're already looking for talent there. We have approached a couple of talent from there.
Will you be selling these actual physical magazines on your website as well as on newsstands?
Yeah, there's on sale in various newsstands in London and New York, and also on our websites.
That's great. And what sort of staff do you work with in order to put this together?
To start with, it was just freelancers. It was me and the art directors, and then freelancers coming in. And now we're kind of building a more established base of staff. It's kind of important that they understand the community bit. So that's why we're being slow about bringing people in as staff.
Very cool.
That's great. And you also have videos. What type of videos do you have? Is that true? Crack research team. Never mind. I was told to ask you that. Maybe in the future there will be videos.
No, we have videos on fashionfanzine.com. There's videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You hesitated. I thought I was wrong for a second. Are we going to look at a video or? Okay, we're looking at a video right now. Fashion fanzine video. What are we looking at in this video?
That's an editorial video from shot in London. So we're kind of building a storyline for a young couple in love.
Very well dressed.
Yeah. And then there's a fashion story around them.
I've been waiting all night for you to tell me that you need me.
Very London style.
Tell me that you want
Yeah,
But also Brooklyn.
We're gonna get one in Brooklyn soon.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been waiting all night.
How would you characterize the Brooklyn fashion scene?
Eclectic and vibrant, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, really alive.
That's great. And how does it differ from, like, say, a London scene? I mean, what's the London scene like?
London I think London builds a little bit more on old traditions. So they use more kind of traditional pieces like jackets and like suit jackets and stuff like that. While here it's based more from streetwear, mixing colors and fabrics and yeah.
Where would you say Brooklyn ranks in terms of the most fashionable areas on Earth?
Don't get into trouble. Yeah.
It's definitely up on the top there. Yeah.
Yes, I knew it!
Top 3. We'll take top 3.
I mean, you could pick anyone on the street here and they look amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's in tap for episode or issue number 2?
Issue number 2, we're working with towards a 80-year-old kind of documentary photographer, a lady. So we're going to do a piece around her.
Very cool.
And then we're going to develop the rest of the magazine from her influences. It's going to be really exciting.
So is that the sort of guiding principle? Are you guys going to go thematic and?
The guiding principle is fashion.
All right.
That's it.
Easy
So
enough.
we're gonna, that's what we're working from.
How often is it going to come out? Are you looking at
Biannually.
quarterly? Oh, biannually. Good. So you can really digest it and get ready for the
Yeah.
next one.
Exactly.
All right, we can go out and get one. Don't miss the boat. You can say that I've been down with fashion fanzine since like issue number 1.
Thank you.
Any events and exhibitions coming up or anything planned for the future? I mean, where do people find Fashion Fanzine online? Just one more time.
We're also going to be looking really at doing, instead of doing launch party, we want to have a fashion event, invite young talent designers, models, and create an event instead of just having a party.
Yeah.
And in the future, we would like to find collaborators to make that maybe a week kind of event too, in a gallery. And,
All right, Fashion Week Brooklyn, they're looking for you. That would be a
Exactly.
great partnership. Well, thank you so much for bringing your fanzine on
you.
and encouraging this excellence in fashion and reporting and all that stuff.